Hello, investors. It is Connor Bates, Associate Portfolio Manager with Revere Asset Management. Today is Thursday, July 18, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, coming to you from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, with tonight's Revere Roundup Daily Market Insight video. Market state, overall, we continue to be in an uptrend, and if we look at the trend gauge over here, market leaders, we still have neutral with the red sub arrow. Some big breaks of the 50-day today from a wide variety of different industry groups. So some red flags starting to show up in the tape. Short term, this is our 21 EMA. We have the yellow arrow closed above the 21 E by a hair. So clear level to trade against. Medium term, our 50-day, green arrow there. And then long-term 200-day moving average, we have the green arrow as well. So what happened today, as you can probably see with all the red in the numbers, it was broad selling, and QQQ failed at that key level that Don mentioned in the video last night. So let's get into the final numbers. 21 over 21 list was down 1.97%. 5 of them green, 1 neutral, 15 down. Some Big 8 held up a little bit better today, down 0.31%. RG8, a lot of the growth ETFs are pulling back to the top of the base, down 1.63%. S&P 500 down 0.78. Equal weight down 0.87. NASDAQ down 0.45%. Equal weight down about 1%. Dow Jones, after a couple strong days, pulling back, down 1.23%. Mid caps down 0.9. Russell 2000 minus 1.77%. 60/40 down 0.63%, and in-house GROTECTION down 0.98%. So let's get into some of the inter-asset correlation. Start with the S&P 500. So as you can see, we just closed right above the 21 EMA, and just by a hair. And if I pull up a intraday, see we popped off the open, and then it was pretty much a trend down day for the rest of the day. Undercut the 21-day here and closed above, so that's a good sign. And this can be a clear low to trade against. And I'll pull up the 60-minute, and as you can see, this was this 5,500 50. This was the top of the base breakout spot. So, we're watching that level as potential support as well. QQQ broke yesterday's low, rejected that 21 EMA right as mentioned in the video yesterday, and now we're coming into this 50-day, and if that 50-day gets lost, 450 is a potential support as well. If I pull up the 60-minute, since this bearish engulfing day, the Qs have been trending down since, and in intraday, you can see just little pop of the open before turning lower. Dow Jones, broke out of this little cheat here, strong multi-day run, now pulling back. 40,000 is a key level to hold. Mid caps, really similar to the Dow, really strong push and now pulling back. So we'll see if that 8 EMA can act as support. Russell 2000, another one, got just extremely extended short term, but look at this RS line, and now it's pulling back. So 8 EMA is the spot we're watching, and then obviously some of these gaps. The VIX, so volatility is increasing. The VIX was up 10%. And with the rule of 16, the intraday ranges on the S&P 500 are going to get wider as this stays elevated. So something to be aware of, as for swing traders, it can be a lot more volatile. And so clearing this 200-day moving average, and this 1488 was that recent resistance, and now it just followed through. The dollar, upside reversal today. We'll see how it acts when it comes into this resistance. Gold broke out this week, and now it's coming back to the top of the base. See how this acts there. Gold stocks, similar thing, pulling back to the top of the base. Silver sold this one today. Just it looked good here. It had a bullish reversal off the 8 EMA that failed. We sold the ad the following day, and now we sold the rest as it closed below the 50-day moving average. IBIT rejecting the 50-day. It had a strong move off this UNR, so maybe some sideways. Bonds BNB down 0.26%, just consolidating. TLT, same thing, just consolidating. 30-year, starting to come back into some resistance, and the 10-year as well. Little reversal today and just coming back into some resistance. So if we pull up the tail of the tape here, so some changes today. Like I mentioned, VIX up 10%. That's a big move for the VIX. NAM numbers came down to 87 after being at 94 the other week, and then bulls up 4 over 52%. So that's a pretty bullish reading in terms of a lot of people being bullish. News, some jobless claims this morning. No reaction, nothing notable, but Netflix reported earnings today. When I get back to the charts, we'll see how it's acting. Day count, we're down 2 now, 2 days below the 8 EMA, 33 days above the 21 EMA. And with the way leaders are acting, with the NASDAQ sustained break below the 21-day, our expectations are neutral here. Sector-wise, home builders continue to be very strong. Defense was strong, rotating into defense, safety trade, and energy had a strong day as well. Copper, very weak, bringing down a lot of just the whole commodity complex besides energy. Software pulling back, healthcare, biotech, regional banks, and Bitcoin all weaker on the day. In-house, our adjusted beta came back down to 0.93. And I'll show this SSO. I'll just bring up the S&P real quick here. And we took a position in SSO today. Like I mentioned, good risk to reward. Undercut and reclaim off the 21-day into the close after about 2 days down. So we'll see if it can get momentum off there. Otherwise, it's a low risk entry. TNA as well. Got super extended, but got that first pullback today. Tesla's, it was showing major RS, hedged with the Qs, and then blew out some individual positions as well. So bottom line, broad selling all day, and the NASDAQ failing at the 21 EMA. So let's get into some more charts here. So I'll start with the 21 over 21 list, see how some of these names held up. So starting from the strong ones, NVIDIA, good to see this one holding the 50-day, and impressive to close green on the day. I'll pull up the stocks. So this has been around a 10% pullback in just around 2 weeks, and it's putting a hammer off the 50-day along with this 240 level. So after this big flush, NVIDIA holding the 50-day, maybe this sees a relief rally. Home builders, very strong. Similar to software the other week, shot up the right side, rejecting that 116 pivot, but maybe some days of sideways, and then this could set up for higher. DHI, they reported earnings today, closed the day up 10% on 300% above average volume, breaking out of this base. And then other names, Toll Brothers, very strong. KBH, another strong one, and PHM. So this is definitely a sector that we're watching. Obviously, very rate sensitive, and after that CPI report, it's outperformed a lot. So some pullbacks into support, moving averages could be an opportunity. Palantir, this stock continues to be really strong. Closed the day at 1.5. And if I pull up the software, I'm going to just take the stochastic so we can see. So rejecting this 88 spot, losing the 21-day, but this 50-day could be support. And like we mentioned, V-shaped moves off the bottom, you don't want to chase those moves because sometimes it just is a faulty base. So this is acting good, pulling back. So some sideways, better form the base could be nice, would be nice to see. Weatherford, this one, oil's been pretty strong, putting in a nice upside reversal today off the 8 EMA, and then APP slightly up, but overall looks a little weak in this space. Some of the weakness, HIMS, we sold this position today. It went off to a good start and then just came way back down. And this is what you're going to see with a lot of growth stocks if the volatility continues. So sometimes getting in the mindset of buying support and selling resistance can be a good thing. And market awareness can be super important when the market gets volatile like this, and knowing if you're in a breakout environment or a buy support and sell resistance environment. Coinbase, we sold this one as well, just rejected this 250 level, and just likely needs more time in the space. Big picture, it still looks pretty good, but that's a big downside reversal candle. So we'll see if the 50-day can hold here. Eli Lilly, it had that news yesterday, and it gapped down to the 21 and big downside follow through all the way down to the 50-day and 800 level, which is the top of the base. And this is a good picture of, if you don't take profits, the market's going to take your profits. And this just wiped out all this work it had in this slow uptrend. And in a matter of 2 to 3 days, it's wiped away nearly weeks of trading. So, when you're getting a multiple of your risk on a trade, it's never a bad decision to sell. Bros, this one closed the day down 4%, and you can see, relentless selling into midday, slight bounce. But I want to talk about this group has fallen apart pretty quick. Kava, we got out right here. And we were seeing weakness in the group. It fouled the space breakout, and the old saying, from fouled moves come fast moves. And this, has been getting sold off on volume. CMG, this whole industry group, this is back to the 200-day quick, sweet greens. All these stocks in this industry group have faltered pretty fast. So it's no matter how good the name is, if a whole group's fouling, one name often can't hold up the entire group. So that's some of the losers on the 21 over 21 list. And if we look at FFTY, so these are a lot of the growth stocks here is the type of stocks we traffic in, not exactly the same ones, but as you can see, this is a big break of the 50-day today, and obviously that spilled over to a lot of the names we are following. And this isn't a good sign. This 2782 is, is a little bit of a support, so maybe an undercut and reclaim would be good. But overall, a lot of cracks and under the surface. VRT is another one that rejected the 50 days moving lower. VST, these power utility power names, GEV is another one. These failed their breakouts and got rejected pretty quickly. So it's not just semiconductors that have been weak, it's been other areas of the market. But given a couple days down into the 21-day, the risk to reward's pretty good. So we're just taking it day by day, letting the stocks, the indexes, and the price action tell us, give us insight into the market, and just day by day. So that's going to wrap it. As always, like to hear from you. My email is connor@revereasset.com. And then you can reach out to Dan and Don at revereasset.com. Phone is 855-REAL-WEALTH. That is 855-732-5932. And we name our flagship portfolio GROTECTION. We want to participate when the market is in an uptrend and protect our money your money when it's in a downtrend. And when we start to see red flags, key breaks of support, moving averages, we can get defensive and always know what we're looking for if the market starts to change tone and how to get back in. And if you're interested in becoming a client, please reach out. And with that, I'll wrap it for Thursday, July 18th. This is Connor Bates with Revere Asset Management, telling it like it is. Thank you for listening and have a great day.